Welcome to Inside the Huddle, the podcast that brings you the heart and soul of Rolla Bulldog High School sports. All right, everyone. Welcome to Inside the Huddle, brought to you by Romo Athletics and powered by our title sponsor, Phelps County Bank. They're 100% employee-owned. They're 100% community champions. They are bankers by day. You guys know what they are by night?
Sleeping?
Well, they might be sleeping, but they're actually Bulldog fans. They are coming out to those games, figuring what can go on. So we got Phelps County Bank. Go to mypcb.com and make sure you give them a look. Okay, this is season 3. This is episode 79 on the season. And this is a Coach Talk Taylor Chrysler edition of the Inside the Huddle. And it's also going to be a little bit of the Home Sweet Mo properties in here, because not just because we have Chance and Jordan with us, but it's also kind of a spotlight on Chancen as the lone senior on the golf squad. So we are joined today by the Dawg father himself, the head coach of the Dawg squad, Zack Nixon, along with senior big-time golfer heading to Missouri Western, Chancen Jordan. Gentlemen, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, I know, man. Chancen, ever since, we did your senior signing, and then you've been like, hey, Tom, man, when are you going to get me back on? When are you going to get me? I said, okay, Chancen, we'll get you on here. And so here you are, man. So it's kind of cool. So we'll let you kind of take it over from here. What? Oh, oh, my. Okay. Well, I'll start. Well, hey, man, here we are, man. Can you believe the end of the season? Regular season is already done, man.
It's wild. We get back from spring break and we just kind of say it's going to be the end of the school year before you know it, and here it is. So,
and you've had a lot of a few weather delays and some makeups, and you had one on Monday that was it Monday a makeup for you?
Yeah.
It
was kind of wild because we had that last Monday, and then there were supposed to be 22 teams, and then because other people's schedules had conflicts and everything, there was only 7 teams in there, but it was still a really good tournament at a great course, and we were glad to be there.
And that was up at that was the Jeff City Invitational. Was at New Bloomfield? Is that where the course was?
At Meadow Lake,
yeah,
which is usually a state site.
Wow.
So
you like that course?
Yeah. Haven't really ever played good there, but it's a nice course.
Nice course. Like to go there and visit, maybe hang out, but don't have to go back there and always compete on it then, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about this year. I mean, you've had a lot of success as a squad. You've been, I can't believe it's flown by, but what I had down is Monette Invitational and the Waynesville Invitational. I think you guys, as a team, got first to both of those.
Yeah. And then on Monday, they lost to Elias by 2, kind of came down to the wire. And that's, I don't know, as a coach, that's what I really like to see at the last 2 tournaments. We've really been kind of put under the gun. And at the end of the tournament, we've really performed well under pressure. So probably the coolest one was the Monette tournament, where it looked like on the stats we were down by 2.
Yeah.
And then we went 2 under as a team, and Dawson barely missed his eagle putt. Chancen rammed home a birdie putt from about 15 feet. And then Wilson made a 10-footer for par. And then Canner, he made a 6-footer, 5-footer for par. And it's just what we needed.
Yeah.
And it was just, we didn't know what we needed, but we needed to do something good.
Yeah.
And they just were rock solid, which is kind of what you want, those high-pressure situations that you can't replicate in practice.
Well, on the way back, you guys are stopping off at doing your ritual of grabbing some food after the meet and everything, and you started, hey, what was talk about that last hole, and you asked everybody about their hole or whatever, and that was so cool to see.
It is, yeah. We kind of do that every time because golf beats you up, and you're your own worst critic, and so whenever we eat at the end of the day, we kind of try to focus on the positive. Mm-hmm. Okay, we can always go back and say, I wish I would have done this. If I would have made this putt, if I would have done that. But then let's go and go, hey, what did we really do well? And then we like to share that so everybody can kind of cheer each other on and kind of go,
I like
that's
that.
awesome.
Yeah, so often in the leadership stuff I do, we talk about you want to focus on necessarily what was done or what you did. You want to focus on what you need. So let's put ourselves in the positive where we're going to get to in the future and not dwell on what kept us where we were, a mistake we made. It's not that you don't have to recognize it, but it's really about that future state you want to achieve.
Right.
And we talk about builders and blamers. And sometimes we're our own blamer, right? We blame ourselves for things. We're so hard on ourselves. We're not building ourselves up.
Yeah.
And we're spending so much time putting ourselves down for not achieving when we could easily be spending that time instead saying, hey, I'm there, I'm right there. That next time I'll get it. Give me the next opportunity, coach, and I'll make sure it happens.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting. So then you've also had, you had these second place finishes, the JC Invitational, the Smith Cotton, Bolivar. Again, Bolivar's a big meet too.
That was a huge one. I mean, I think there was, 21, 22 schools, and really tough competition at another state level course that's usually in the rotation of state courses. And having him go second individually, I mean, he's just been playing great this year. It's, if his putter's hot,
Yeah.
he could have, he's played so well. And he's missing putts. Like, I watched him at Silo where he was missing them, just dripping them in on the high side even, and they still weren't falling in. But it's only a matter of time as well as he putts and as well as he plays.
Yeah, definitely. So that course was also the one where the MSU relays were played, correct? Or was that a different one?
The relays were played at Payne Stewart.
Paint Store. Okay. So what it was is a lot of those same teams were at the MSU relays where you came in as fifth. Is that
Yeah,
fifth?
I think so, yeah.
Which is is it your best finish since? I can't remember. It's been a while, right? Or did you have it like your freshman year?
I'm trying to remember what our best finish is there. I know we haven't. They only give, I think, plaques after the top 2 or 3 teams. And we got a plaque with you one year, didn't we?
I'm not sure. I know Chaney won one year, so we might have that year.
Points on that year. You got enough on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have to tell you, it was great to see that one too because there was a lot of big names, a lot of huge teams in there, and again coming fifth out of that.
Yeah.
Out of that field is just impressive.
It's just been a great year. I mean, the guys, their level of dedication is unmatched.
Mm-hmm.
And so, that's the big thing we talk about. Hey, where did we excel at and where do we need to improve? And because we got some tough competition going into districts.
Mm-hmm.
Carl Junction, they won that tournament, shot in the 290s. Poplar Bluff has 3 really strong players and a couple other players will shoot low to mid 80s. They're a threat. They've been shooting in 290s all year long. And so going into districts, we just want to make sure that we're ready to go.
Yeah. Well, and that's what it's seen. I mean, you've had multiple people were talking beforehand that you're so used to seeing, hey, if there's going to be a top individualist in this event, that it's always going to be, hey, it's going to be Chancen, or before it was, hey, it's going to be Chancen Chait, and then we talked before about when you had 3 Jordans on the squad, that's getting shared around. But this year you've had Cantor Barr get his first win at a tournament. Dawson Caldwell was just got first at one of the matches right there. So having different medalists on your team is really talking about that strength of this group that you guys have.
Yeah, I mean, we've had more top 10s and medalists this year. It's just a continuation of, even though we've lost a couple Jordans, just to see that tradition carried on and that level of practice and commitment that, we've kind of come to expect around here.
Yeah, I tell you, that's why it's been. What have you found to have been the most enjoyable match this season? What about you, Chancen? What's been the thing the one that creates the most memories for you?
Like just tournament or like just matches or tournaments?
Tournament match. You'd make the choice, man.
I like the Monette one because we got to play with all our team. It was fun to be out there with everyone and just be there all day pushing each other to play better.
Okay, yes, that was pretty cool. So I had to have that explained to me with the Maxwell rules or Maxwell format.
Yeah.
And we'd talk about that. And you said, yeah, you hadn't played that way before. And then there was that picture, and I put it up on the article on the website, where all of the 5 guys are all coming down the course together, walking down the fairway together, carrying their bags. And I got some goosebumps. You can't see because I got the sweatshirt on right now, but I thought it was such a cool picture. Like you were saying, you're all playing it together.
Yeah.
It wasn't, paired up with your, with going with everybody's going, how the course goes with rankings or however it goes. But here you are, you're all out there on the course, you're all playing it, and then, it's everybody plays a shot, but you drop your lowest score on each hole.
Yeah, your worst
Or
score.
worst score.
You drop it, and then you go to the next, and then it was kind of fun because golf it's kind of like this,
Yeah,
and we're trying to keep everybody even keel.
Yeah.
And so to watch the other players, if they had a bad hole, or like Dawson had a bad front 9, I think he shot 9 over on the front, and then he turned it around and shot 1 over on the back.
Yeah.
And so people were cheering him on during lunch, and just like, we got this. And then Dawson, he's just been so tough up top, and then just to watch Cantor too, at that last tournament he won, on the hole before he eagled, he dumped one in the water, and he double bogeyed it, and he was like, no. So anyway, he rifled one down the fairway and then took a driver off the deck to about 20 feet and nailed the putt. So
And that was huge, right? Because that was the whole thing at the end. Had to fight back and get that, and that I didn't know that part of the story. That I heard how he battled at the end and got that huge putt for the eagle, whatever. But I didn't realize he'd put it in the water right before that.
well, yeah, especially coming down to the end when you have all that pressure and you have that bad hole.
Yeah.
To see that resilience and be able to come back and go, no, that shot's done with, that hole's done with. I'm going to focus on the here and now, and that's kind of what we've been working towards.
That's great. So, man, let's talk about that, Chancen. I mean, you've been here for like 42 years. It seems like, man, 4 years, you've been part of that team. You've been a state qualifier, right, all 3 years. Look for your fourth. Talk about this team versus the other teams. Now, again, last year your brother was on there. The year before that, your uncle was on there. Uncle, yes. And, so you've been part of this program for 4 years now. What is it about this team that's maybe different from some of the past? And
I feel like we all kind of push each other a lot more and know that we all have what it takes to go out and win every time. And we're not just, I don't know, I feel like sometimes in the past not everyone's there to go and try to win it, but I feel like we've done a good job this year.
would you think that maybe in the past, because of the past success, you had some, I'm not calling out younger guys, but for the people that weren't in that top two or top three, that they're expecting, well, they'll do it. They'll hit the shots. They'll get the points for us, and we'll just kind of we'll do the best we can, but not putting that pressure on themselves to get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you think that's been part of it, maybe in the past?
For sure, I think so.
And now they're gung ho, and they all believe they can participate.
Yeah.
And
Well, I think we all have kind of a united goal, and also I think, our top three have been pretty established all season.
Yeah.
And in the back end, we've got Wilson, we've got Whalen, we have Trent. And, the old saying, iron sharpens iron, but these guys have been in the trenches, and they've been having so many playoffs. And in fact, they all want what's best for the team, but competition has been fierce.
Yeah.
And so actually coming into districts, we're having a three-way playoff for 2 spots. And so we're going to have kind of almost like a college-style playoff where we're playing 18 tomorrow at the district course, and then we're going to have them play 18 and another 18, and the winner of all 3, the top 2, play in districts, and then I'll have my helper come along with me.
Yeah.
And then, so it's just a really good team. It's gonna be great.
And when you're willing to do it and you have them bought in, and that's been kind of interesting because you watch it all year long, where you there, and then the one where you were able to have all 6, was it Waynesville Invitational, the way they do it, where everybody got to play, because you had 2, we had a best ball, you had a scramble, and then you had 2 individuals. Is that what that was?
Yep.
It's just such a fun tournament.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we grind so much. Those terms are kind of fun to have intermittently, just to have a little bit of a breather, kind of focus on your game and not have so much pressure on your shoulders. And then you're a little fresher. You come into the next tournament or match, and you're just ready to go.
So talk to me about what is there one match out there that you're at, or tournament or whatever, that you'd love to have a do-over? Like, hey, let's give me on that one. Let me do over. Let me re-hit that one.
Lake Valley, I was a little sick and just not there all the way, and I shot my first 80 in a couple of years. Just wish I could go back, and because I love that course, I've always played good there. And
Is that the Camerton one?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Okay, I bet that. What about you, Coach?
I don't really have anyone that I would change. I mean, of course, we'd like to win them all.
Yeah.
But, you take what you get, and then you learn from it. And, you don't learn that much from winning all the time. You learn a lot more from your failures.
Yeah.
And, not that we've had that many fails, but it's just, okay, this is a constant growth process, and we want to be district champs and we want to be state champs. And their vision's been unmatched. And that's the other thing that's great is, from a coaching perspective, I love this stuff.
Yeah.
And my desire and what I want for the team, they want just as much. And so we talk, and I value their input. And so when they tell me things, I take that into account. It's not just, this is what I say is going to happen. I like to know what they think. And, hey, is there something I'm not doing? And then how can we tailor practice? Because these guys are just as serious as I am about this. And that's every coach's dream, right?
Yeah. Well, we talked before season. We did the preview. We're talking about how much time they spent over at Back Nine, and how much that you guys came into it. And you guys been working all winter on the different things you're working on, and you're there a lot. You guys have or the other things you're doing inside, or you're getting out there when you can, and just they came in ready to go. Where you didn't have that. Okay, let's get everybody up to speed, which sometimes happens when you have people coming in off a winter break, and then it's like, okay, now I got to get ready. This group was locked in from the moment practice started.
Right, yeah. Chaney came in last week, and I was talking to him some, and he was talking about how that he thought that helped them out a lot, where it's you're not trying to find your golf muscles. You already have them.
Yeah.
And you're just coming to season ready to go versus coming in, getting the rust off and all that.
And so that's kind of a little bit what we were talking about earlier, Chancen, when you talked about the way your team's kind of everyone's bought in, because I mean you're used to it, right? That's
Yeah.
it. You've been doing that for the Jordans are playing golf year round,
Yeah.
and then now everybody else was too on that team. Is that kind of how you felt? Like, was that a big thing?
Yeah.
Where you guys were, hey, let's all get together and go do this? Or?
Like every day we'd text each other and get tee times at the back nine and go play, or if we were able to, we'd all try to come out here and just make sure to do everything we need to preseason so that we can have a good season.
Yeah, and so far it's been so good. Do you have a favorite course that you played on this year?
I'd probably say Silo, just because I played good there.
So that's how it is, man. Your favorite course correlates with the round of golf you're playing.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. Coach, what about you? You're out there walking, cheering them on. Are you walking? Or are you riding?
Well, depends.
Okay.
If they're pretty close together, I'll walk.
Okay.
But then usually I have somebody that comes with me because sometimes I'll have them scattered throughout
Yeah,
the course,
yeah.
and I can't get from person to person. Like Silo's one of those tournaments where they have them spread throughout the entire course, and that's where I'll bring somebody to have a cart with me. And so I'll drive up, I'll hop out, I'll walk with them down the fairway, walk with them a hole or two, jump back in the cart, and go see the next person. And but Silo's one of my favorites just because the greens are so good that I know that the kids. I was like, guys, if you put it on the line,
Yeah.
it's going to go in.
Yeah.
Just got to get the speed.
Yeah.
And so all the guys putted really well there. And we had, a great day, obviously. It was unfortunately our last time there, but what a memorable way to go out.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Getting second, him getting second, and we're just that close. What a great tournament.
Oh,
So,
definitely. So we've been talking about the resiliency, you got the grit. We talked about Cantor on that. What is it going to take? Here we are. We got districts next week. What is it about that resiliency and grit that you've seen from this team that's going to help you propel you forward?
I think it's going to be tough coming into districts. One, Carl Junction, they're on their home course. It is a distinct advantage for them to be playing there because it's a unique course, and if you play there a lot, it's an advantage. And then Poplar Bluff is strong wherever they go. And then the resilience aspect is just, even when they don't have that good hole under the gun, we know this is what we're going for.
Yeah.
And they've been in those tough spots throughout the year. And so even if they have that tough hole, that bad break, they're not going to let it bother them. And I might have talked about this last time where I said my ultimate goal is at the end of the season to walk up to you guys and have no idea whether you're playing good or bad because you're just acting like yourself. And we've gotten so much closer to that, and it's just been a constant progress towards that goal. And, people have a bad hole. I can't tell. And obviously, like Cantor, what he did in the last tournament. And Chancen, he didn't have his best tournament. He always plays well. I mean, even when you don't play well, you play well. He wasn't having his best tournament, but I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
And so, it's just he just wasn't dropping putts, but he wasn't getting frustrated. He was just, okay, what do I have to do on this next putt to make it? What do I have to do on this next putt to make it? Just going back to his routine and.
And and as a senior leader, that's so critical for you to that consistency because if you start showing frustration, that could have a chance of leaking into the underclassmen and how they're doing things. Has that been something that have you had to work on that? Or have you? I mean, you're a pretty calm guy normally.
Sometimes I do get really frustrated. I usually don't throw clubs or slam them or anything. I just try to calm down and go hit the next shot and just know that I can get shots back if I have a bad hole.
Yeah. Have you ever seen him play?
No.
Okay, so at his senior match, when I was giving his speech, it's true. When he's walking down the golf course, you can't tell if he's walking down the beach. Besides his uniform, he could be taking a stroll on the beach, playing golf. He just looks so relaxed out there. There's no hurry. There's no, no time that he's imposing on himself. He's just going through all that he's practiced, and that's really cool to see because a lot of kids, you see them hit a bad shot, and they start rushing to the next shot so they can hit it so they can make up for the last one. And there's no hurry. It's just I practiced this, and this is what I'm going to do. He said it's in routine. It said in his routines.
So is that just you? Is that from watching somebody? Because I'm assuming, man, that your dad probably seems like he'd be pretty laid back out there.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Shaden gets a little more intense, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he does. Like my sophomore summer, I'd get mad at everything, but my dad really talked to me about it and made me realize that that's not going to help me at all. It just makes it worse, and you just got to keep trying to make putts, hit good shots, and it'll all come.
Yeah, man, that's great advice from Dad, man. How about that?
Yeah.
Dad stepping up, man. They kind of know something every once in a while, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Make sure you give a shout out to them. Well, let's take a look at our sponsors before we kind of wrap this up. We already talked about Phelps County Bank being our title sponsor for Inside the Huddle. Appreciate that. Taylor Chrysler, they sponsor the Coach Talk Editions, which we're kind of doing here today. Jeremy Shelton out there does a great job supporting us. Home Sweet Mold Properties, you might know those folks, right?
Never heard of them.
Never heard of them yet. Jared and Danielle, they're over there at Home Sweet Mold Properties. They do our Spotlight Edition where we look at some of our seniors and we do some senior signings and things like that. Appreciate them. We got a new sponsor, RJ Pest Control. 30 years, third generation. They've been getting after it, so appreciate them. Juan Skills Academy. You remember Kobe Wands?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got his facility out there. It's not far away. Should be done by the end of May, maybe mid-May. Looking forward to having that ready to go. Jackie Roswitz in full bloom, does all the backdrop rental. Season ticket, JP Maxwell there at 104.9. We'll give you a shout out next time as you guys win districts. I'm sure we're going to talk about that on Tuesday when I get on there with them. And again, we talked about this before, so www.romoathletics.com. You can scan the QR code. You can find articles about the golf team and the other Bulldog sports, putting on some other community sports, and the Inside the Huddle episodes are on there. There's some live streams on there, and then some of the clips and game clips that we'll put out there are there as well. So talking about we already started talking a little bit about the district. So it's Class 4, District 3 starts on Monday. And what time is the opening horn or whatever they say?
9 o'clock shotgun start.
9 o'clock shotgun start. Man, that's going to be good. So it's at Briarbrook Golf Course at Carl Junction. We're looking at there's how many teams are on there? There's a load of them. Like 17. I think there's 17 teams.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
And now we're looking at the only team that you have not faced in a match this year is Webb City. But we already talked about Carl Junction on their home course, a really good Poplar Bluff, really good. Both of those teams have finished above us, but we've also finished above Carl Junction like in back-to-back weeks. So were they above us in MSU relays?
It was the MSU relays that they won.
Yeah. And then we came in at the Bolivar and had quite a few strokes on them at that one.
We did. So
it's out there. Then the rest of them, I think that's when I'm looking at it and I go back looking at it, those are the three I'm looking at. Right?
Yeah, we've identified, the two major threats, Carl Junction and Poplar Bluff. They're both going to be, we're just going to have to play good. Yeah. And so that's what we got to do.
Well, and that's the thing, right, about golf. I mean, there is no defensive, you can't run off and also be a goalie and get across or, go no, like in Caddyshack. You ever watch Caddyshack?
Yeah.
No. You can't do stuff like that.
I've tried that. It didn't work.
You can't do the gopher. You can't do any of that stuff. So it's just about you, and you only control what you play. So again, your circle of control, circle of concern, circle of influence. You only can control you and your actions. You can't control the weather, how you influence things, how you adjust your shots. That's all you guys have. And you guys take that and run with it, right?
Yep.
Gonna get it done.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. So another thing you announced today, or I don't know if it was today you announced it, but you got a couple Bulldog alum and former golf club alum coming back and going to help you with some of the marketing and stuff at the district meet.
Yeah, what a great time. I put out on Facebook yesterday, I said, hey, I need a marker because if you can't provide a marker, you have to mark instead of coach. And I put that out on Facebook, and Abby and Emma Hobbs, they said, Coach, we're in. And I was so excited. And, they were great. They were all state back in 2021. And we're part of that fourth place state girls team. And they said, how can we help? And I don't know. I've just been blessed with a bunch of really good players, both boys and girls, and that still want to help. And once a Bulldog, always a Bulldog.
You got it. Well, what's kind of neat, too, is they went on to college and competed in track, right? And successfully. They've been successful at Missouri Southern, I think? Missouri Southern?
Yes.
I think. So it's kind of cool that, they're that. But no. Oh, no, I'll be there for you, Coach. What do you need? That's pretty slick, pretty cool.
Yeah.
You like that? Kind of cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And you know the Hobbs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're a 3-year state qualifier. What do you have to focus on to get through districts and get back to that state?
Just, I think if I play my game, there's no way I don't make it. I've done it time after time again, and I'm going there to win it, so I'm not even thinking about qualifying.
Oh, Chancen. Woo!
Yeah.
He's bringing it. I'm gonna
Just
drop
got
the
cold
mic.
in
I
here.
know. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna drop the mic to the ground. Bah, walk off. Turn it all over, man. I like that. I love that. So what are you doing between now and Monday?
Try to get my putter as good as I can get it, get my wedges good, and just keeping everything as good as I can right now. My driver's been perfect, so just need to keep doing that.
So let's talk. So who are you going to for putter advice? Now, I'm not coach. Nothing. I'm not taking anything away from you.
None taken.
Who are you? Because I know you. I know that. I mean, the Jordan's got some putters in the business. Are you spending time talking to family members?
I've talked to my dad about it, but that's about it. I've just gone to the green and see what I can do.
Okay, so it's just you're just going to do it, get a little bit of advice from him, but it's you just working it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. So I got a final question, and coach, and normally I do this for you, and it's something kind of like trying to throw it out there a little bit, but I'm not this time. I'm going to go over here with Chancen.
Perfect.
So Chayton's at Missouri S&T golf. He's a freshman. Just got all conference. I think he was second team all conference as a freshman. I mean, the team did really well. Did they win the conference?
They got second.
Got second in the
Lost in
conference.
the finals.
I mean, they've been on an incredible run there with the program there. So I got two questions. One, how cool is it that your big brother, who's just a year older than you, as a freshman in college, is having that success? How cool is that?
It's pretty amazing. Makes me want to get up there and start playing already.
Okay, Chancen, did you read my next comment? Does it make you want to go to Missouri Western and start working? Thank you. I don't even need to be here. Well, you know what? I thought that's what you'd say, so I want to make sure just in case I'd have that on there, but that's kind of cool. Yeah, I bet you do, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of exciting, you know?
Believe it or not, he has been more talkative this season.
Really?
So, yeah, leading the team. He's been using his voice quite a bit more.
Yeah, had to do it. That's cool to have because, Chan, there's a lot of conversations. Do you remember when I showed you a picture when you were young and we got you because your hair was kind of long playing basketball,
Yeah.
and we got you the band to go on it so you'd look like not Mighty Mike Miller, Coach Miller's son, but there was the professional player Mike Miller. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I put the picture of you guys side by side.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't talk much about it back then. Well, I tell you what, Coach, man, any last thoughts about as you prep for districts?
We're just working as hard as we can. We know what we got to do. We got to play well, and they've been doing everything that they need to. 100% devotion, and even today I put out a parent square message to my junior varsity players that said, hey guys, the end of the season's here. You don't have to be here. Practice is optional, and the squad's out here, even when it's optional. And that's instilled in them from people like Chancen and those top guys. And so they just pulled them in, and so anyway, going into it, that's they've displayed what it takes, and that's what they continue to do. And so that's going to give us our best shot at winning districts, and hopefully
The Dawg Squad.
Yeah.
You like that nickname?
Yeah.
The Dawg Squad. You like the Dog Father over there? Is that a good nickname?
Yeah.
So I tried to take a picture of you all, and I tried to get it to do I wanted this Godfather theme, but then I had to really but I don't want to see gangster stuff to put weapons and stuff on there, knowing that would be a big no-no, right, for high school kids. But I was trying to get the whole AI to work it out to have you guys in the the Godfather outfits. An offer you can't refuse.
Have you seen that movie?
I haven't.
He hasn't seen The Shawshank Redemption either.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's another one we got to watch.
Sadness.
Yeah, I tell you right now, when Trey, Trey, when he went, he saw that one. He's like, oh my gosh. He was like, Dad, and he went back and he's been watching. So he went back and watched all the Godfather. He's kind of a movie junkie, so he's gone back and looked at those. So make sure you get away from those and don't always spend your time watching Cars or Toys or Toy Story, whatever you watch.
I watch YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
All right, Chance, anything you want to say? Any shout outs at all?
Nope.
There we go, Chancen. Nope. Straight to the point. That is how it is. But I tell you what, hey, thank you a lot for joining us. I want to thank, again, title sponsor, Phelps County Bank. We got like to thank Taylor Chrysler, Jeremy Shelton out there for being the Coach Talk sponsor, and Home Sweet Mill Properties for being our spotlight sponsor. Appreciate everything you do, man. Coach Zack Nixon, the Dawg father. We got Chancen Jordan, the lone senior on the Dawg squad. You got district starting Monday. Wish y'all nothing but the best, and let's bring home that district title. Sound good?
Yep.
All right. Well, everyone, for Coach Zack Nixon and Senior Chancen Jordan, I'm Tom Brown from Inside the Huddle of the Heart of the Game. We'll see you next time.